They say change is the only constant, but they don't mention how difficult it can be to let go. There's a nostalgic feeling about things. We get used to the dents on the floor or the way the light hits something at 4 p.m. and we stay because it's comfortable. We don't know if what is waiting on the other side is better. It even feels like it might not be. Comfortable is a very dangerous place to be in. Yes, change is hard, but turning the lights on, that's where the fun begins. Let me see, I'm missing 2 lights. There we go. Moving into a new studio isn't just about having a different set of walls. It's a psychological, creative, hard reset, to be honest with you. This space is more customizable for me. I'm able to change whatever. I can paint the walls if I want to. So this is gonna give me a little bit more creativity and allow me to save a lot more time when I'm making videos. I can leave my lights on, just flip the switch. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for efficiency. So if you're wondering why they move, it's efficiency. The studio I've been using for the last 2 years or so was awesome. It was a large open space, beautiful cabin feel to it. It was perfect. But it wasn't mine to customize. I tried using different backgrounds, printed backgrounds, changing colors of the lights, dimming the lights in the background. I tried all kinds of things, and then the next time I would go in and film, it was different because I couldn't remember exactly where to place the lights and what settings I had on each light. It was a big improvement from where I was before, but it was still not perfect. And I don't know that we'll ever find that perfect. The idea is just to keep looking for it, keep striving for that perfection. A new studio breaks the autopilot. It forces my brain to create new neural pathways, which is the literal definition of sparking creativity. I can't tell you how many times I moved the lights around in this room already, looking for multiple angles, where to set the camera. I love this table. I wanted to be part of it, but okay, so where do I put the camera? Do I get a little tripod and put it here in the middle so you get this as a background, or put it here in the corner so you see the 2 walls in the background? Anyway, I'm still undecided on the where, and I'm sure it's gonna be a trial and error thing, but just like when I shoot stock, I end up with a ton of photos of the same thing and I eventually pick the best ones. But that's just part of my process, I guess. One of the hardest things in life is knowing what you want. Now, getting it is easy as long as you know what it is that you're after. In my old space, I spent 30 minutes setting up the gear before filming every time, getting the tripods out, lights, adjusting everything. So now it's literally just turning them on from an app on my phone. I plan on using 3, maybe 4 lights. So far, this is what I have right now. I have the light bar on the floor illuminating with that cool teal tone. Then I have this COB light here on the grid, on the softbox, the large softbox. And that just to contrast with the color. Then I have my main light up there on a softbox. It's a larger COB with the parabolic deep softbox. And I ordered a lamp for that shelf back there. Right now I just have a LED panel lighting it up, and maybe a plant or something to give it a little bit of life or something. This shelf thingy here, that's kind of cool because that's going to hold my old cameras. This one right here, hold on a second, this one, the one on the opening scene, this was one of my dad's old cameras. And I always thought it was super cool, you know, like you look at this thing and it's a Ricoh Super 44. And you open it up like that and you're looking and I think this is what got me hooked on photography about 30 years ago. I remember I was 10 years old and my dad and I went all over Reno trying to find film for this camera because I wanted to use it to take pictures. 30 years ago, and we're told that nobody had any anymore. The camera was too old and they didn't make anything for this, but I just thought it was so cool. Anyway, I'm also gonna hang a couple of pictures. Some of my favorite photos, I have wall space now, I can mount them. It's inspiration and motivation. Did I show you the panels, like the background, the panels I use here? I bought these sound panels from Amazon. They're acoustic sound panels that also have a wood texture, so maybe we could fix that wall back there, make it look a little bit more interesting. This here, I mean, that's just a cloth, that's a background for photography, but hopefully you can get rid of the wrinkles here shortly, maybe from hanging I don't know, something. From a distance, I think it's out of focus enough that you don't notice the wrinkles on the wall. But yeah, we'll see. And then this closet here is where I can hide all my extras, all the boxes and everything else, all this stuff that comes with the gear. See? There's other stuff in there too, but I need to organize it and put all my stuff in there. Anyway, cool, huh? I'm moving up in the world. Anyway, a dedicated studio space changes how you feel about yourself. It's a physical manifestation of your commitment to what you want to do. When the room looks professional, you feel professional, and that confidence should translate directly into the quality of the videos and photos. When I very first started stock photography, I had a small bedroom. It was half the size of this, and I had it maybe even smaller, and I had it set up as my photography studio. It made a huge difference in my performance, and I'm hoping that this does the same again. I have tons of wall space for different projects, and white walls, white ceilings, things where I can bounce flashes. I'm honestly really excited about the things that are gonna happen in this room, and all of it at a price that I really could not refuse. And the best part is downstairs. I have to show you what's over there. That's my other favorite part. Bambi's gonna get ripped. No, that is not an AI photo. I have a feeling this is gonna be a good creative space for me, and I mean, literally, this table, I love it. And I don't have an office chair yet, so if I was bouncing, it's because it's one of those exercise balls. So at some point I'll get an office chair, but for now, I think that'll work out just fine. I know this was different, but I thought it would be a good idea to keep you guys up to speed with what's happening with the future of the channel. And with this, I think I'm here to stay for quite a while now. Thanks so much for watching, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.